Today I'm going to show you guys how I mark my trends. So I pick this range on Bitcoin because it's going to be easy for you guys to understand. It is a great range for you guys to understand, and we don't have gaps that are a little bit harder to understand. So for you guys have a trend, what do you need to have a trend? Sorry, you need 3 points: creation point, second point, continuation point, and third point, the confirmation point. If you break on the third point, probably the trend was not that great. So you always need to have 3 points, okay? Another thing, which candles are you going to pick, right? On the bottom side, you are always going to pick the white candles. Why? Because those are the candles that move the price up. So you need white candles to have a trend up, right? An uptrend is going to always be created by white candles. On the other side, on the top, you are always going to pick the blue candles. So those are the candles that are moving the price down. Then you are going to have a downtrend, okay? So I hope you understand that. I hope you try to understand that, right? In any short, this is apply in any short, okay, guys? So next, you are not going to pick the lowest point of the range, okay? Whatever it is the time frame, you are not going to pick the lowest point of that range, okay? You are going to find a blue candle that needs to be followed by 2 white candles, okay? And what you are going to mark? You are going to mark the lowest point of the first white candle, okay? Let me make this a daily, sorry, to make that red, okay? So even if on the second candle you have a big wick, it's not important, it doesn't matter, okay? You are going to pick this level here, okay? On the second point, you are going to do that, okay? You're not going to mark this one here. You just have a blue candle and a white candle. You are going to pick the next one. It's this one here. Then you pick the ray and you mark those 2 levels. Let me turn this red and look at this. Isn't this a perfect trend? Well, it looks like it is a perfect trend, even though we have a big week here. Guys, trends are not going to be always perfect, okay? They are not, and I don't trade with trends. My trends are just for combination levels and to tell me if I'm going to get out of a trade or if I'm going to keep on that trade, okay? And I'm going there next. So you have the creation point, okay? Even though the second point that we marked, it was this one, this is also a test. So you have creation, continuation, and confirmation, okay? And you can see that we have a good reaction here on the third point and also on the second point. On the 4, we kind of try to break down, and this is why I don't trade on trends, or on just trends, okay? And you can see that the trend keeps moving up, and we even have a good reaction here. Oh, come on. So we have another reaction here, and it is a big one. It's a 13% up, okay? We broke that trend here. Let me just deal with this, sorry. Okay, we broke that here, okay? And we kind of back test 1, 2, 3 times, and it looks perfect, okay? I normally don't use back tests normally, guys. Normally, I don't use backtests. I know that these levels look perfect. This is why I picked this range, okay? Because they are really looking very good for a trend. It's not going to be always like this, okay? So, what we are going to do now? Well, since we broke the trend, but we did not break the creation, okay? And you guys need to understand this. When we break a trend, it doesn't mean that we are going to break that level and we are moving to the bottom, right? we still have some supports here that can hold the price. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to adapt the trend. So the next point after the break is this candle here. Okay, so let's just move this one here, and we are going to move the point here. Okay, so what we have here, we have another break of that trend. Okay, and what we need to do is keep adapting the trend. Okay, so when you have on the bottom with an uptrend on the bottom, when you have a bull candle that opens and closes below the trend, okay, you have a break of that trend, so you need to adapt again. And the next point is this one here, right? And you can see that this is another perfect trend. Okay, even though we have a big week here and another big week here, sorry, we can understand that we are trying to break down. Okay, when you have big weeks trying to break the trend, it means that the trend, the price, sorry, is trying to break that trend. Even though it tried to break the trend, it had an amazing reaction, 22% up, and on this one here, not from the trend, of course, 11% up. Okay, so you need to understand that. Okay, guys, and I hope you guys like this trend here, and I hope you guys like how I mark the trend. So what is happening here, the more times you test the trend, the weaker that trend becomes. And you can see the price is getting compressed here, and it just have a big breakdown, and the price comes down. I'm just going to mark this one 18%. Okay, so these are how I mark my uptrends. Okay, guys, and you sometimes need to go to the 4 hour. Here on Bitcoin, I don't use weekly trends, okay, because there is not enough data. At least for me, I don't believe that there is enough data. Okay, I just use trends on daily 4 hour, and if I'm in a trade, I might create some on the 1 hour and on a 15 minutes. Okay, so let's go up. Let's go to the downtrends. Let's go to the downtrends. And what we need to have a downtrend is the opposition here. So we need a white candle that is followed by two bull candles. And we are going to mark the highest point of the first bull candle. Okay, and we are going to mark and trail that. So this is the first one. This is the second one. And you can see that we don't have a third test, so we need to keep adapting that. Okay, look at this one. We break the trend on the third test, so that means that this is not a good trend, and we are going to keep adapting that. Another one. Okay, so when this happens, it's just easy to understand, guys. It's easy to understand that the price doesn't want to create a downtrend. And since we have on the other side a big and strong uptrend, well, it's another point that you need to pay attention, right? So let's just focus on this one. We are going to keep adapting that. And the next one is here. Okay, so does this look like a good downtrend? Well, on a daily, it actually looks like a good downtrend. But sometimes, and this is going to be a little bit confused, so I will make another video for trends, okay? I'm going to one time frame down and understand that if on that time frame we break the trend. Oh, come on, TradingView. Oh, let's go. Okay, nice. So you can see that this point here to this point here, we have on the top, when you break a trend, you need to have a white candle that opens and closes above that trend. Let me delete this one. So the trend is this one here. So we have 1, 2, 3. So we have a lot of levels. So what we need to do, we need to start the trend on the other point, right? And it's not just because this is the highest point. Okay, guys, understand that this is not this is the lowest point, and we start the trend here. Okay, and sometimes you need to understand that, and it's going to be a little bit confused, but I hope you understand at least for now. these are some basic trends here. Okay, so this is the point, because this one it's not a trend here, right? So we are going to mark this one. Then the second point is here. You can see that we break on a third, then this one here, then this one here. Okay, so look at this. Does this look like a good trend? Well, actually it looks like, but if we go here, okay, on a 4, and I'm going there, you can see that we, on a 4 hour, we break that trend. Okay, you can see that. Okay, on a 4 hour, we break that trend. Okay, so we are going to keep adapting the trend. So we were here, and the next one is here. So I know that we did not break that on a 4 over there. Okay, so we don't need to go there. So is this the best trend here, guys? Well, actually, for this range, it is not. Okay, because you have the creation here, you have the continuation here, and you have the confirmation over here. Okay, even though we have a good reaction here and another one here before we break up, this is not the best trend. Okay, just because if you start always your trends on the daily, you might lose some action. Okay, this is why I picked this range. Okay, let's go to the 4 hour, because some trends, and almost every trend, okay, honestly guys, almost every trend, you need to understand that starts on the lowest time frames. Okay, we use the daily, the 4 hour and the 1 hour, of course, because those higher time frames are stronger. But if you always use the highest time frames, you are going to lose some action, and this is this is a good action here. We are going to mark the 4 hour here, right? And we are going to start. Let me just turn this yellow for you guys to understand that this is the 4 hour. Okay, this one here, and we break. This one here, we break on a third, as you can see, and the next one is here. Okay, look at this. If you just start your daily trend here to this point, even if you just start there, imagine this was the daily first point and this was the second point, okay, because we actually broke that. Well, look how much action you lost here. So on a 4, you have the creation, the continuation, and the confirmation here. And if you short on the third test, look at this. I normally don't do this, okay? But look how precise this trend is. 13% down, okay? 13% down, guys. And here, look at this. Why is this good? Why is this good, guys? Because you already created your trend and the price here fails to attack that trend. And when this happens, it means that we are going to keep on the same direction of the trend. Okay, you don't always need the trend to get tested. Okay, look at this. We fail to test the trend and we move down 20%. Okay, it's not just because we failed to test that 4 hour trend. Okay, it is also because we broke that big daily uptrend. Okay, so these are some combination levels. Okay, guys, I hope you understand that. Another one here. Okay, this looks like it was tested, but it was not. I already confirmed that. So you can see we fail on that 4 hour, we fail, and we move down another 15%. So this looks amazing. And if you go one time frame up, okay, the 4 hour is not in play. You cannot use a 4 hour on the daily, guys. Okay, you just need to move down. Okay, you can see if you use the 4, the price tests here and the price tests here. Okay, it looks good, but if you understand what I said before about not testing the trend, you are not going to be able to understand that the price was going to fail and move down. So if we go to the 1 hour, you can see, oh, sorry. Let's go trading view. So if we, come on, if we go to the 1 hour, okay, you can see that the price also fails here. And where is the other one? And it also fails here. You can see, and look at this daily. This daily is almost useless on lower time frames. Okay, guys, almost useless. And you can see that that 4 hour and that 1 hour fail, and the 15 is going to fail, and the 5 and the 1, all the lowest time frames are going to fail. So what why I use these trends and for what? Well, you can see, oh sorry, let's go to the 4. It's going to be easier to understand. Oh, trading view is killing me. So if you were in a short from up here or any level here, guys, okay, not here, sorry, but yeah, we can talk about that. But imagine if you short here, when you see the price failing to attack that trend, you are going to stay on that short. Okay, you are just going to move your stop loss, okay, and follow the the price, right? So another example here, if you did not got out of that trade, of that short, you are going to keep on that short because the price is failing to attack that trend, okay? And if you didn't get out of that short, imagine that, okay? Imagine that the price comes here. Well, maybe on this test you are not going to get out, but when you see the price here getting compressed again, and when you see this white candle open and close above that trend, you are going to get out of your short, okay? Because that means that the price is going to break up, okay? It's not always going to the top, okay? It could have, like it have here, it's not a big reaction, but look, it fails that, okay? It has a little reaction here, okay? It is a level. Trends are levels, guys, no more than that, okay? You are going to get out of your short here because the price was probably going to have a breakup, okay? Not always going to break up just like this one did here, okay? It might just have a reaction, and this is why we should maybe, when we have all this information here, we should maybe keep following the daily, right? And you can see that we never create a daily downtrend from the top here, okay? You can see that we always break, actually we always break on the third test, okay? I hope you guys like this. I hope you guys understand. I will try to make an advanced video for the trend, for the trends, right? We have a lot more to talk about this. I hope you guys like. Thank you so much.